High school hoops talk with the talking heads. I'm your boy E. Talley with.
Richard DeLeon, man.
This is Mike Daniel Jr., Alamo City All-Star Sportsplex, proud supporter of this thing that they call Super Sports Media.
Hey, go ahead, Mike. Do it. Do it. Down goes what? Go ahead, man.
Down goes Frazier, down goes Ali.
Uh, Another tough night, man. Another tough night.
So who's knocking them all out? Is it Ken Norton and George Foreman or what?
Leon Spinks knocked out one of them. That didn't even happen in real life. Hey, man. Did not see TMI beating Antonio. Did not see that at all. I'm not going to fib to anybody. I'm not going to act like, oh, it was. No, I didn't see it at all. And oh, go ahead. Go ahead, Mike. You did?
No, I was just saying I did.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Did either one of you go to that game?
No, again,
We
that's why I
couldn't. We
didn't.
went to. I went to. We were at Wagner and Heights.
Yeah, I wanted to see because remember, I don't know if you remember, but Heights beat Wagner early in the season in the district play. So I wanted to see what was going to happen, and then it was a true great opportunity and a blessing because Wagner won last night, and they actually hoisted their district champion trophy up. So it was great to be on site for that.
That's good. Yeah. I'm just trying to figure out what happened with the TMI Antonio, and that's all.
And man, I wish I was there. I'm telling you, I didn't even. I was like, it's not going to be. I wasn't thinking that was going to be a good game.
Well, I'll tell you, and it's from one of the loyal, faithful dads that's at every game, front and center. He said they resorted to selfish basketball play last night, and this dad has credibility in the basketball world and basketball knowledge, and so whatever he saw, it seems like they didn't play team ball last night when they needed it, and TMI take full advantage of it. He's talking about a 46-point swing because Antonio beat them by 24 the first round.
Mm-hmm. And they came back and won last night by 22, right?
22.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, but you know what I love? You know what I love? Even though these Fraziers and Ali's and Foremans is going down, right? I love it because if you go look at college basketball and the conference play, it's mirroring conference play, you know. And so, still losing to a San Marcos or Antonio and TMI, those are juggernauts. But we've been saying this since we started talking and getting excited for what was coming, right? And we said every night, every game matters, can't take no nights off. And so nothing against any of the schools that's going down, but I love it because we've been saying that. You can't take no nights off.
Well, I'm really, really shocked. And I don't know what's going on. I'm going to have to make some phone calls. I don't know what's going on with our Knights. Our Knights are going the wrong way right now. They reminded me of the Philadelphia Eagles of last year. Won so many games, and then now at the back end, going into the playoffs, you don't want to afford. Again, losing last night just possibly cost them district.
I blame you. I love you, but I blame you.
The show never aired. The show never aired. So again, I hear you.
You ever watch a basketball game? Hey, y'all ever watch a basketball game and somebody like eighth rate from the free throw line, and then one of the announcers they say something, they say about the eighth rate, and it's like it's just reflex. It automatic. They miss that next shot, and so you picked still to come out and win that district, and they had a different opinion for you. They didn't even make it to the what we was calling the rigor game to find out what was going to happen. They gave it up to San Marcos.
Well, that's just it. The last three games, we talked about this yesterday. We got to air the show. Hopefully today. We talked about it. They had San Marcos, Buda Johnson, and Canyon next. Those are three games. I think it's like San Marcos, Canyon, and Buda Johnson. So those three games were their next games, and I'm not trying to be mean or anything to those guys who's really trying, but it just goes to prove, me wrong and everybody else who thought that was going to be a cupcake walk in San Marcos. So
Hey, look, I was right there with you on that one. I said they had the easiest closeout of all
correct.
because
So
Clemens, Judson, East Central, all them still gotta see each other.
correct. And now it's like, well, now you just messed that up, and I believe East Central won last night.
Yeah, East Central won last night. They beat Buda Johnson. But I'm gonna tell
So
you what, hopefully East Central don't get comfortable, right? Seeing that they lost and mess around and drop one. Hopefully they take care of business and go on and finish this thing out. Don't leave it in nobody else's hand.
so this is crazy. So this is going to change the rankings because guess who's number one now? Clearly number one. And that one we call the Big Ten. And that's East Central. They have a 9-2 record, which still sitting at 7-3. Clemens sitting at 7-3, and Judson sitting at 7-3. That's a wow. Now I'm not gonna lie to you, I did not see none of that. None of that. Still won 7 games in a row. Took 2 hard, tough losses to 2 great teams, and now they sit in second. So they have 2 games remaining. They can get the 9 wins. But in East Central has, if I'm correct, they have 1 game left. If I'm correct, no, they have 2. Yeah, 1 game left. If I'm correct.
East Central. East Central has one against Clemens on Friday, the game of the night. The game of the night, Friday.
That's that makes that the game of the week right there. I know Alamo Heights and Wagner was a big one.
And, so was Antonio and TMI.
But we didn't see that coming. So can't get that game of the week. We didn't see none of those coming. I'm not gonna fib to anybody, and I'll say it clearly. I did not count TMI to win that game. So
you're talking about
just because you didn't don't mean I told you that game. You didn't
believe me TMI was gonna win that?
Bo,
okay. No, I'm not saying you didn't. I'm just we're talking. I didn't say you didn't. Hey man, I know what's his name was having some good times, and Williams is back, so hey, I guess he's showing out. He's showing out over there. Go ahead, Rich, what you were saying?
I was just saying you're just talking about anticipation, like game of the week, and you're anticipating because these other games, they're game of the week that just happened, but now you're looking forward. Then is what you're saying.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, no, listen. The way it was all breaking down, I was trying to figure out what game meant the most. And I'll say it again. I did not see Antonio losing that game. I didn't. So that wasn't an interesting game to me. So it wasn't like, oh yeah, Super Sports Media got to be in the building for that game. And that's why we was at the Wagner in the New Braunfels game. We was there. Alamo Heights game. Excuse me. We were at the Alamo Heights game because I knew that one was going to be a good one, but I wasn't sure if that was the game of the week yet. You know what I mean? I wasn't sure if that was like, hey, this is it. Because we still had a few more matchups during the week to say, oh, okay, hey, this is the game we got to be at. But down with East Central being ahead and possibly playing for district, that makes it the game of the week.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's the last few games left because Johnson already took care of district. They clinched. I believe Cole took care of business last night and beat Randolph. I never got an update on that one. Let's see here. Yeah, that never posted against Cole and Randolph. Now, so if that happened, they took care of their business. So, and then
look, this is what I'm going to say. I'm going to put this on record. I love Coach Bill and what he does over there with them Clemens Buffaloes, but they blew a golden opportunity to take care of East Central at their house the first round. No fans, no noise, no hostility for East Central. They got to go into the Hornets' nest on a Friday night for their last game of the season, and this can clinch their district after they've been number 2. Man, look, I don't see it happening, dog. I just don't.
That place is going to be rocking, man, and that's one of the few gyms in the city that has their drum line at home games, man.
Rocking. last game of the season, and it's for man. What? You know that community. I wish I wasn't gonna be out of town so I could get a video. This is what your home game rival game's supposed to look like. Cause I know it's gonna be thick in that joint.
Yeah, I mean, they already have an amazing atmosphere in that gym. Can you imagine?
Yeah,
it's crazy.
I got to take it easy though. Rich. I know, Mr. Talley, he not doing too well right now. He's still flabbergasted about last night.
I am. But
I felt it in his text message.
I am. I'm not going to 50, but I did get to watch a great game between the Wagner Thunderbirds versus the Alamo Heights Mules. Shout out to Marcus Johnson, 22 points last night. He really answered the bell, I believe, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, Mike. In that fourth quarter, he really stepped up. He really stepped up and made some big shots when Alamo Heights was making their run. Going into the fourth, they were down 9, if I'm correct.
I do concur.
At half, they were down by only 7. So I already knew they were going to get back into it. And again, Alamo Heights coach is not a guy that's not going to just lay down and, hey, I'm losing. Because remember, they went up as much as, if I'm correct, they went up as much as
15.
11. It was 15 in the third. So I was like, oh my goodness, these guys came out on fire. Go ahead, Wagner. And then next thing you know, sure enough, Alamo Heights got back into that lead and got it down to 2 at one point. So, Marcus Johnson said, hey, get on my back right there. Get on my back. And he carried them. He gave some big shots down in that fourth quarter. And that fourth quarter it belonged to him for sure. For sure. Any thoughts?
Watching the T-Birds play, and I say this, and I hope that our good buddy Coach Clark hears me. He took his foot off the gas. And going into playoffs and the team that they gonna see, you can't take your foot off the gas. Them boys came out the second half and they was like, okay, Heights, we not letting you back in. And that's how they came out and started that third quarter. And then they was like, okay, we got y'all. And they kind of chilled, right? I don't know, that energy, something left. I couldn't figure out, that and the fact that Heights just don't stop coming. Like Coach Brewer's not going to allow that. But I hope that last night's game, now don't get me wrong, they were resilient and was able to pull it through. You always want to pull out a close one. Those are you who can step up in the clutch. But I hope that they don't take their foot off people's necks going into this playoff run.
Hey, real quick though, I want to give a shout out to one of the fellas who's a spotlight player for us, and he surprised me. And he's a 2027, and he's been playing really, really well every time I watched him play. And I never gave him any love, but I want to make sure I get this young man love. 2027, Mr. Tyler Jackson, class of 2027. He only had 6 points, but his 6 points came in that first and second half. And it's where I need your help if I'm right or wrong, Mike. But he played a phenomenal first half. That again, I know he scored 6 points, but his 6 points were like at the perfect time that they needed the points. And again, between him and Trey Clark, that first half, they kind of between them two, and then of course Jordan Thomas, those 3 guys kind of controlled the first half. But that second half, oh man, like I say, Mr. Johnson put him on their back, and they needed him. And his phenomenal guard play, and as Mike always says, and we have a saying, guard play rules the world. It was definitely shown how good of a guard he can be. I didn't like the turnovers at the end. It seemed like everybody was scared, and when they was pressing, it seemed like they were scared to doggone dribble the basketball because it was a trap press. And it was like, come on, what are we doing? But that's the only thing I didn't like as far as that they couldn't break that press. It seemed like they couldn't break the press. But yeah, it was a good win for Wagner. Good win going into the playoffs, being district champions. We got I think it's got 2 more games left, if I'm correct, Mike.
Yes.
So with that being said, again, great job, Coach Clark. Great year. 300 wins, district champions, South Sand champions down there when he won the South Sand tournament. So again, he got some good accolades this year. Let's see how far they can go. I don't know what district they're going to be as far as D1 or D2, as far as the playoffs, and we'll see that when that happens. That lays out once all eight, four teams make it. They'll see who's going where. But good job last night. Good job, Mike.
Hey,
Richie, go ahead.
we got to see some good basketball, and that's all I'm ever there for. You saw the resilience of Heights, even though they took the L, but they didn't go away. And they had that gym quiet, nervous, and shook, and so big free throws in the clutch. That's what impressed me with Wagner. Because sometimes you see those free throws go the other way and it gives that other team that life. They shot the free throw, they shot the ball. I don't think they missed a free throw down the stretch.
Yeah, they missed one. He missed one.
Okay.
Jordan
They didn't miss many.
on that. Yeah, no, he
Okay.
didn't miss many. It's that one. He did miss one. It was a big
Okay.
time. It was like, but then he came back. Remember, he was the one getting fouled every time.
Yeah, he like
he
6,
knocked
7.
Yeah.
Right.
He did.
So
He did.
so yeah, that was just those are the things that when you're having playoff games, you're going to need those factors, to be successful. So just looking forward to this last week and wrapping up this season and then supporting all these San Antonio teams in playoffs, man.
Yeah. Yeah, they went 1 for 8 in the fourth quarter. They went 1 for 8. So, yeah, Jordan knocked down three big ones out of 4. Damian knocked down 2, and then Marcus knocked down 2. So yeah, they only missed 1 in the fourth quarter, and they were fouling on purpose. So yeah, that was big. That was huge.
They went 7 for 8.
I said, what did I say? 6 for 8?
You said 1 for 8.
I'm sorry. I meant yes. Thank you for correcting me.
I was like, maybe this made me look stupid.
No. I wanted to say they missed 1 out of 8 is what I wanted to say. As my brain was telling me. But my words came out differently on that right there. I apologize. I'm sorry. So, Rich, where you going tonight? Are you going to watch any games? You going to watch them O'Connor?
I'll probably do that. I also want to try to get out. The one I really want to go to is over at Littleton Gym, and that's Brandeis against Madison, I believe.
Okay.
Brandeis is kind of in a fight for their life.
Yes, they are.
That fourth.
I think exactly. That's what I was saying. They fight for that 4th place, right?
Yeah, they're fighting for that 4th place. Madison's playing better now, and then they got Roosevelt on Saturday, and Roosevelt's playing better. I know that it doesn't really show up too much, but Roosevelt's playing better, and then they end with Reagan next Wednesday. So a big 3-game set here for Brandeis is what I'm kind of interested in. I think O'Connor handles. I mean, I don't want to give him the tally jinx, but
don't do the tally jinx right now.
But I think O'Connor handles Holmes. It's just the way it is. It's not an insult to anybody. I just think O'Connor should be able to handle that game. But then I just think Brandeis and Madison, that might be a big swing game there.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Okay.
So that's the one that's kind of got my attention right now. And I think, like I said, Brandeis, I don't think Brandeis can afford to lose one of the next 2 games because then they end the season with Reagan. So I think if Brandeis, I think they can only afford to lose 1 more game to squeak in with that 4th spot. But if they lose one of these next 2, it could be an uphill climb for them.
Well, that's the crazy part right now because Madison and Churchill are both 5 and 6. So with Madison and Churchill being 5 and 6, you have Brandeis at 6 and 5. So yeah, Brandeis can't afford to lose any games, and then of course allow Churchill or Madison to gain ground because that's really a 2 games. That's a 2-game. I know it's 1 game difference, but that's a 2-game difference to where though, hey, win or lose, man, you go the wrong way. That's going to mess around and mess you up and put you in a bad spot to where though,
Right. So and if you look at the thing that's so dangerous for Brandeis tonight is Madison has been playing some good basketball.
Correct.
They've gotten hot lately. So that game right there, if Brandeis loses tonight to Madison and Churchill wins, I don't know who Churchill's playing. Let me see who Churchill's playing.
Reagan. They're
Reagan.
playing Reagan.
Yeah, they're playing Reagan. Yeah, that's gonna be tough for Churchill tonight. But let's just say they pull off an upset. Then all of a sudden you got a 3-way tie for that 4th spot. So
Correct. And then that's where you get them playing games.
yeah.
But then playing games.
But then Brandeis still has Reagan coming up too. So
well, again, that this is where district play gets fun for us because now every game matters. It's just hard because we only can go to one game, or one area to whereas we got to cover multiple games. And the good part where the Northeast ISD does, they have they put it at one location where they have games starting at 5:30, 5:37. It's 5:37, I think 8:30 are your times, I believe, or something like that. But anyway, so you get to see multiple games. That's the fun part. Where like last night, we only saw one game. That was Wagner. So if we wanted to go see something else, we had to fly across town. And I wish I would have known that Cole was playing in Randolph, and I didn't have somewhere else to be. But I definitely would have went and watched Cole play Randolph last night on my way home, coming from that Wagner game. But I had to go watch Steele and Ari Miller, her last home game, their last game for senior night. They played San Marcos and beat them pretty convincingly. So they're going into the playoffs pretty on some high energy right now. Talking about the Steel Knights girls team, by the way.
That's why I love Saturday basketball, because you can go to the gym first thing in the morning and watch three games back to back, and usually they're all good games.
Right. Facts.
When we look at going back to Brandeis, when you look at that matchup tonight, the reason that is such an important game for Brandeis is after tonight, after playing Madison has Lee and Roosevelt on the schedule. And then Brandeis has Roosevelt and Reagan on the schedule. So, Brandeis has a tough sled here. If they don't, so gonna be interesting.
Wow, that's interesting. I didn't really realize and look at their schedule. Because I was just looking at what Reagan has left and then Clark.
And I look at Churchill. They got Reagan tonight. They got Johnson on Saturday, and then they finish up with Lee. So, Churchill's got a tall order to beat. They're at Reagan and at Johnson, right? So that's a tall order for them. So that's why I'm looking at tonight's game between Brandeis and Madison as that game in that district.
Well, the funny part is I gave my prediction. I pretty much predicted the way it is set up right now. And I said Johnson, Reagan, Clark, and Brandeis were the 4 teams that want to go to the
So
I was wrong. Win. Well, yeah. Well, hey, listen, I was wrong yesterday to say Steele was going to win district. So again, I definitely not looking too good on my predictions right now. I guess I need to look at a little bit more basketball to see and get these predictions right. But I knew Johnson was going to be the top team from district. I did call that. I didn't see Reagan losing 4 games, by the way. Didn't see that. So, again, having Reagan, Clark, Brandeis, where they're sitting, and it's still anybody's game right now. So, you got, 2 games left? No, you got 3 games left, right? For these guys, you got Wednesday, Saturday, and next Wednesday, the last game. So, it's still anybody's game. And then you got the other districts, they end on Tuesday next week. So, and then we see who moves into the playoffs.
Right.
So, right now, congratulations to those guys who actually clinched, i.e. Johnson, Wagner, I believe John Jay did also. Who else? It was somebody else. I thought it was somebody else who clinched also, but I know for sure Johnson and Wagner and Brendan, of course, they clinched. No one's beating them. We got 3 games left. I don't see those guys losing. So I was thinking about going to watch them tonight play Stevens. just because I wanted to watch Stevens play and see what they got over there, and just go from
So,
there.
so I didn't realize when we were talking about East Central and Steel and all them. East Central's only got one game left.
Correct.
That's
Correct.
crazy. Yeah. So
Correct.
it really is that simple. They win.
They win tonight. That's it.
That's it.
That's it. They win tonight. That's it. They take it.
Man.
They take it. So yeah.
But that whole district, they've already got their playoff. They already got their playoffs teams set already because they got East Central, Steel, Clemens, Judson,
Yes.
and there's a big in Judson and San Marcos.
Yeah.
All teams have already clinched.
Well, I want to say yes. But let me look to verify. I don't want to be saying yes and then I'm misspeaking. San Marcos, San Marcos, Johnson, Buda Johnson, or Canyon they can't make ground for 3 games. Yeah, they can't make ground. So the 3 teams, the 4 teams are all solidified. East Central, Steel, Clemens, and Judson. It's just what order will they be in? Because you got a 3-way tie for second place, and that's Steel, Clemens, and Judson. So right now, Steel being second, Clemens being third, and Judson being fourth.
We've got some homework for you. I got some homework for you. We need to figure out which of these teams is big 5A, big 6A, small 6A, because like what I understand, like I'm looking at O'Connor in District 28. They're in the 4th seed, but it doesn't matter what seed they are in that district. If they make the playoffs, they're playing big 6A. So Brennan and then O'Connor would be big 6A. It doesn't matter that O'Connor's in 4th place. They would be up in that tier with Brennan. And I think I understand Harlan and Soto would be in small 6A. So we need to figure out the implications, playoff implications for all these teams.
So are you saying like what, D1 and D2? So
yeah, D1.
Yeah,
because that goes off of enrollment, right?
Correct.
Yep.
So right now I know they're playing against. So if I'm correct, Brennan district is playing Johnson's district for bye. Right. So the top 2 teams go. So whoever is the D1 2 teams, you said is Brennan, O'Connor. Those 2 guys. So Brennan's the top team. O'Connor's the second team. They'll play the 2 top teams.
O'Connor would play, and Brennan would play Reagan, I think, right?
I see that part. I don't know what their enrollment is. I have to get that from either the numbers from either coaches or the internet. So, but we can find out. We can find out before. But like I say, next week, everything kind of, because it's still up in the air for those guys. Unfortunately for that district.
Right.
You know what I mean? For that district, we don't know who the 4 teams are going to be. Because like you just said, Brandeis is the 4th team right now, but was it Churchill and Madison?
Right.
Still have a chance, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
So those 2 teams having a chance again, we don't know who it is. So right now, the 6 teams battling, if I'm correct, the number 6 battling for 5 teams battling for 3 spots. So we don't know who they are. So you have to wait. You have to wait at least 2 more games, I'm thinking, to really see who's who and who's going to go where.
Right.
We definitely can talk about that next Wednesday.
Yeah.
Because by then we should know who's going where.
Right. And I think also if Soto and O'Connor both win tonight, they're both in the playoffs. So District 28, I believe, playoffs could be set after tonight.
Okay. So I made a bold prediction yesterday, and I think that show airs today, I believe. But I made a bold prediction in that district, and I said it was going to be Brennan, Harlan, Soto, and O'Connor.
Yeah, I don't
see Warren catching ground on O'Connor.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't either.
I thought Stevens had a chance, but not Stevens had a chance not playing Brennan tonight. No offense.
Yeah,
So unless Stevens catch a genie in the bottle, I don't
yeah.
see them
Now,
beating Brennan.
O'Connor O'Connor wins one more game they're in, I believe. That would be against Holmes tonight. Uh,
Okay,
like I said, Warren plays against Soto tonight.
correct.
So I mean, that's to me. If Soto and O'Connor both win, they're now clinched.
Well, I think Soto's in regardless, right?
Well, it depends because right now Soto in the win column, they're 3 up on Warren with 3 games to play. So if Warren beats Soto and O'Connor wins, O'Connor will, I think.
Well, no, Soto has 2 games left.
Yeah,
Soto's 10-4, so they only have 2 games left.
but they're only up by 3, right? They're
But
only
it's
up
just
by,
yeah, they already got 10 wins, so they only have 2 games left. So,
but Warren has 3. Warren has 3 games left. So if Warren wins out, they could end up.
oh, okay, yeah, that's what you're saying. That's what you're saying. Yeah, yeah.
If wins out and Soto loses out, let's say, which I don't think
Mm-hmm.
out. I think Warren could be in some
Could
sort of
sneak in there.
situation with Soto.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Well, that's the
that's
same. That's the same thing for Con. Who does Warren have tonight? Do you know?
Warren has Soto tonight.
Okay, so yeah, there you go. So if
So
Soto wins, they clinch.
yeah, so Soto and O'Connor, they both win. That's a
Yeah,
game
it's
over.
over. Yeah, it's over. Yeah, because that give both of them 10 wins, and that give Warren 7 losses, and you need 10 wins to make the playoffs in that district.
Yeah, yeah. So I
Yeah, so
think
that's it. There you go.
so then I'm going to say this then the other big game tonight will be Soto and Warren then.
Correct.
That means with a win, I think Warren can stay alive. As slim as it might be, they might be able to stay alive.
Warren has Soto and Harlan. Ooh. Yeah, that's tough right there, man. They have Soto and Harlan.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough. And then you look at
And hey, and they finished with Brennan. No, I don't see it.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't see it.
yeah. So
They
that's why.
they need 10 wins. That's all I'm gonna tell you. They need for those guys. They need 10 wins.
That's why I say.
Now,
That's why I say I think it's that 2 wins tonight that effectively locks it up for Soto and
yeah,
O'Connor.
yeah,
Uh,
it's pretty much official. You get 10 wins, you make the playoffs in that district. And O'Connor has Holmes tonight, so yeah, they take care of business against Holmes. It's a
and
done deal.
I think O'Connor's playing good basketball right now, but
O'Connor's playing great basketball.
they got Holmes, they got Stevens, and then they got Taft. And if you
Correct.
look, O'Connor's going to win at least 1 or 2 of those games. Shoot.
Yeah, it's very again. Well, hey man, listen, I said the same thing about Steele yesterday. So, but that's a favorable matchup to see home. Holmes, Stevens, and then Taft. So,
It's good to get
that's a
Harlan.
favorable matchup to them in
It's
their
good.
favor right now.
It's good to get Harlan and Brennan out of the way early.
Correct. Correct. Hey, listen, you want them. You want them every time you play them, and you go around and go through district. You want to play them the first games every
Right.
time going
Right.
into it. So,
Yeah.
yeah. And I like to say, so who else? Southwest clinched the playoff spot by their win last night. So that allowed them to be at least third in district right now. So they got 2 games left, I believe. So they're in third place. They have McCollum and they played McCollum last night, and they have a real tough game versus South San. They got a tough game against South San.
Right.
Matter of fact, that's their last game. They have one more game left. That's against South San. That's on the 11th. So if I'm correct, that's next Tuesday.
Yeah. So Jay's already they've already clinched their district.
Yeah, they had to. Yeah,
they're done.
Yeah, 14. Yeah, 14. So yeah, because it's 15 games they play. So they have 1 game left. Jay has 1 game left.
Yeah. So they've already clinched that district. So now we're looking at, can Southwest Legacy And McCollum seems to be out already. It looks like too.
Yes,
Can South,
lost last night.
yeah, can Southwest Legacy leapfrog Harlandale at some point?
Well, if they win their last game, which their last game is against Harlandale, they might have a chance. Well, no, they play Southside on Friday. No, yeah, on Friday they play Southside on Friday, and then play Harlandale. So yeah, they have a chance.
They have a chance right there.
They have a real good chance, and that's hey, again, that's making for interesting basketball. Can Legacy make the playoffs?
So Harlandale's schedule is as follows. Well, today's what, the 5th?
The 5th,
so
yes, sir.
We haven't gotten updates from did Harlandale beat South San?
No, I don't know.
It's not updated on Max Prep.
Well, no. Harlandale next scheduled game. Oh yeah, didn't. Yeah, I'm sure they didn't beat South San.
So if they didn't beat South San, oh wait a second. No, look, it is updated, just not in that. They lost to South San 73-72 in overtime.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So Harlandale lost to South San 73-72 in overtime.
Yes, I see that right now. Yeah.
So now Harlandale has MacArthur and Southwest Legacy left.
That makes for interesting basketball.
So you see, there's good games all around the city. There's good games all around.
It is. It's going to be. It's going to be again. But that's what you want. You want interesting games like this. So you can talk about the young people who's playing right now, and try to make sure you rooting for your team and giving those flowers to those guys that's winning, and then at the same time turn around and trying to knock off those foes, because at the same time, for Southwest Legacy, for them to try to make the playoffs, that'd be huge. That'd be huge. That'd be huge for those guys to make it.
So Southwest Legacy, just so we know, they're playing at Southside and then they're playing at Harlandale. That's Southwest Legacy's schedule left. And we look at they did beat Harlandale in round 1.
Mm-hmm.
Southwest Legacy just wins out at this point. They make the playoffs.
Correct.
So then you have Southwest Legacy Harlandale being a big game next week on the 11th.
Correct.
It's at Harlandale.
They did make the playoffs last year. They were, well, hold on, let me make sure I'm right, because they tied with the win last year. And let's see, did they make the playoffs? Yes, they did get the chance to play a game. What looks like they lost the play-in game against Wynn. So them and Wynn played and they lost to Wynn. So they did not get a chance they did not make the playoffs last year. They played Wynn in a district tournament to see who's going to represent and win, like Wynn won. They played in Eagle Pass. So that game was it was a neutral site. So that's interesting to see.
Yeah. Like I said, I still feel John Jay looks primed to make it all the way to the Dome this year. That's still I made that prediction back in October, September, whenever.
Mm-hmm.
I still feel John Jay has an opportunity to make it to the Dome. I think they got a good opportunity.
You think so?
I'm not going to sleep on them.
No, I don't sleep on them. But are they? Like I said, are they? Are they playing? Being 5-8, are they playing Veterans Memorial?
I think they already beat them.
Not Veterans Memorial. Excuse me. Are they playing? Veterans Memorial from Corpus Christi. I'm sorry, I was trying to multitask. My brain was somewhere else. I was still looking up Wynn this situation.
I don't think they played them.
No, they didn't play them this year.
No.
But that's who they'll be playing as far as if both of those guys make it. Because if I'm correct, If I'm
they've got
correct.
they've got an impressive resume, man. If you look,
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you.
John Jay beat Taft, who's
Mm-hmm.
74-40 by 34 points. they
Now
beat
listen, they've been on a tear.
they beat Churchill, who's in the playoff hunt,
Mm-hmm.
80-54.
Mm-hmm.
They beat Soto, who's gonna be in the playoffs in District 28, 70-56.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. They beat Churchill again later on, 76-44. So that was a pretty good, spanking right there. And then Veterans Memorial here, San Antonio Veterans Memorial, they beat them by 28 points, 78-50. So John Jay, even though we say they might not be as battle tested as they need to be from their district play, I still think their resume is impressive, very impressive.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to go ahead and stick with my prediction. They're going to be playing in the dome.
Okay.
And
Well, I'll tell you this, it'd be great for the city.
I would love it.
It'd be great for, the history of John Jay, the
That's my old rival. When I played at Holmes back
Holmes. Yeah.
that was our rival, Jay and Holmes. And I got to say, I'm rooting for Jay, man, because to see what's happened to our city, how the city's kind of grown out, to the
Yeah,
boundary,
it has. It
and
has, man.
those schools in the inside Loop 410, like Holmes and Jay's, sometimes they get marginalized a little bit and they get forgotten about. But it's good to see John Jay 29-2, and they're playing some good basketball. I want to see them go as far as the dome and even win it all. Hopefully,
Right. Well, like I said, I just want to see as many. I want to see as many schools come from here, of course, and actually make it to that final day of the at the Alamo Dome, and that's my biggest thing. The more teams we have representing in 6A, 5A, 4A, and 3A, the better off we are to show that we have good basketball here in the city of San Antonio. We get a bad rep sometimes of we want more, or we think sometimes our kids are not where they should be. But again, we still need representation because us being the size of a city that we are and the talent we have. I think this year, um, last year, and this year really showed that we have some talented kids, and in our pipeline we have some talented kids. Our 27s look real good. Our 26s, 25s, of course. 28s and 29s.
right,
Those classes look real good right now.
right.
The kids is playing, and again, y'all think about it, the outside programs, the bigger AAU programs are more coming here now and seeing kids, and well, we got to go get that kid. So for me, that's what we want.
Right.
When Dallas comes down here to see what we have, they always have. So I'm not going to act like they never did it or this is the first time. But to know some of the kids that they're going after makes hey, it feels real good. Same thing for Houston when they come here because you only have what 2 EYBLs up in Dallas, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
And then 2 in Houston, if I'm correct.
Yeah, I think so.
So, again, and this the opportunity that, giving those guys, our kids to play on that next stage is awesome to me. So,
Yeah.
and I think with the run that SA Future went on last year, playing on the Puma circuit was really, really good for the city. Again, it wasn't something that wasn't being done before. So please let me not say that because Texas hard work did it before. They actually had some teams that actually won it all. So again, it's done before. It's just good to see it now.
It's good for the city exposure wise, and it's good for the city in a lot of different ways. But
so this weekend, what you got this weekend? Where are you going to be this weekend?
Like I said, I know I'm either going to be at Littleton Gym or I'm going to be at Northside Gym.
Okay.
There's games at both. Haven't decided where yet, but there's good games. It's coming down to the last 1 or 2 games for all these districts. I think no matter what district you choose, there's going to be a meaningful game being played. this week and even the first part of next week as we round up the season.
Right, right. Um, this weekend, I don't know yet. I haven't really, we got the Super Bowl coming up. And so, getting ready for, the Eagles to fly high and knock off the Chiefs. So
What you cooking, man?
I'm not cooking anything, man. I'm just laying low. Just hey, man, I got my best friend stopping through, and we just gonna sit and honestly just watch the game. That's it. I'm not doing a party or anything like that. I and the only reason why I'm not trying to entertain for this event is just, hey, man, I'm gonna be low key. And I'll be having too much going on to clean up. You know what I'm saying? So I don't feel like cleaning up. So we just going to low key. Order some pizza, get some wings, have me a few beers, adult beverages, and just sit and watch the game, man. That's it.
That
That's it.
sounds like a very good plan right there.
Yeah, that's it, man. We're not entertaining this one. I did have a few opportunities to go to a few parties and everything. A few people invited me over, but since my friend's coming down, he's coming down from Austin. I'm just going to just low key and just chill out and entertain him. But for the most part, no, we're not even. Nah, man, we ain't getting crazy. We're gonna get. We probably go to. We'll probably go to Papa John's. You know, I think they're a proud supporter of the NFL, aren't they?
Yeah,
Or is it
yeah.
Domino's now? Or is it Domino's now?
Might be. Who knows, man? It changes.
Yeah. Whoever. Hey, listen. Whoever the proud supporter, sponsor of the Super Bowl, that's where I'm gonna get some pizza from.
Actually, go to Papa John's. It's the proud supporter of the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh heck no! I'm definitely not going there. Then definitely ain't going there. So whoever pizza, and then we're gonna go my favorite place to get wings. We're gonna go hit Pluckers up. So we're gonna put that order in. Yeah, we're gonna put that order in probably about 2.
Hot lemon pepper. Spicy
Hot lemon pepper. That's what I'm getting. I'm getting that.
Yeah.
We're gonna do some. I think the wifey, she likes the garlic parmesan.
Yeah.
That's her favorite. So we get some of those, and then my youngest daughter, she don't like bones in her wings, so we do the little chicken strips for her, and then of course
then it ain't wings, right?
facts. Again, that's why I love Pluckers though. They're really really good. And then let's see, then we going to probably we're not gonna do the fries. We're definitely gonna do a veggie tray. Definitely gonna get the celery and the carrots going. Celery's good for you, by the way.
If you do go to Pluckers, get the chips, the homemade chips. That's way better than the fries.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Very good. What's the local pizza joint you have by your house? Anything local?
You know what? There's one local that they just opened up. I can't think of the name of it. I was told about it. It's over by the where Santikos is at. It's a brand new pizza place that just opened up about a few months ago. Not too about I think 6 months ago. I was told about this place, but don't really on game days like that. No, I'm not supporting those guys. No, I'm not supporting them to mess up my pizza, man. I need to go to Papa John's, man. Papa John's is my go-to move. And then you know what you do? I always get that special. So the one topping, I always go with the one topping deal and get pepperoni.
Yeah.
And then I have some bacon bits at the house, so I sprinkle a few bacon bits on there. And then
hey,
dipping sauce. What's up?
You know what I just discovered that a lot of people have already been doing for a long time? Ranch dressing on your pizza. I never tried it till recently. It was good.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I never had it until recently. And I'm just like, wow, this is good.
Yeah, man. Shoot. Yeah. Ranch sauce on your pizza, it's real good.
Never
real
had
good.
it. I tried
really?
it.
Oh man.
I tried it by accident too.
Okay.
I had some salad on my plate with ranch.
Yeah.
And my pizza was laying on top of the salad. And I was like, oh man, I got ranch on my pizza. God. I was like, all right, I'll just take a bite. Took a bite. I was like, wow, that's good. That's good.
Okay. Yeah, man. That's old go-to move. And we'll definitely have some salad. Probably have a little side salad. Probably do a little do a little small side salad. Nothing, killer. I do like that is those three things we'll have at the party, or excuse me, a little gathering I'll have at the house for
Yeah,
myself and my friend. That's it. Ain't no killer. We ain't
that's right.
killing the game.
That's the best way to spend it.
Exactly. What about
Enjoy,
you for Super
enjoy all,
Bowl?
enjoy all this family time right now because coming up and
Oh man.
it's gonna be just going with the tournament season. So
Oh man, don't even bring that up. Why would you do that? Why would you ruin
hey
this
man,
great time we have right now with all
I'm
that travel, with all that headaches? Oh Lord.
I'm
Hey,
doing it.
listen,
I'm
I'm
doing
going
it.
through it now.
I'm doing it to have you appreciate what's going on this weekend.
Listen, I'm already look, again. Even as we get to ready for tryouts, it's already a headache for me. So no, man, you think? Listen, that's why I said I always tell everybody this. My favorite time of basketball season is high school.
Right.
And the reason why, because we don't have our hands on them, and I get to watch great basketball, and not make any decisions at all, good, bad, or indifferent. I don't have to make any. So,
Well,
uh,
for me this weekend, we'll be with family. We don't do a big party, but I'll be watching it with my parents and my family, Tara and Ryan. We'll all be hanging out together. We'll probably throw some meat on the grill and do that thing. We're kind of just debating whether I'm actually going to throw down for real, or they're like, no, just make burgers and hot dogs, man. And I'm like, I don't want burgers and hot dogs, man. I want better, I want ribs, I want chicken, I want fajitas, whatever. But we're still trying to figure out what we're doing. But if I do get pizza, if we do choose to get pizza, though, I like the local joints, man. There's a place called Ray's Pizzeria on Fredericksburg and Callahan area, and then there's a place called Halftime Pizza right here on Tesla. If you live in the Tesla area and you're looking for pizza on a Saturday on Super Bowl Sunday, Halftime Pizza, delicious. If you're over by Fredericksburg and Callahan, Ray's Pizza, delicious. I like the local joints, man. I'm not too big for the chains, man. So that's my thing. And then I was trying to get a brick oven, so I could make pizza by this Super Bowl. It snuck up on me. So maybe next year. Maybe next
okay. Well, I bet if the Cowboys was in there, you'd be had that brick oven pizza. But I
Probably
see
not.
how you. Yeah, you would. Yeah, you would. Again,
Probably
yeah,
not.
you
I,
would. Nah,
if
I'm
the
not
Cow-
gonna believe that.
if the Cowboys were in it, I'd be wanting everybody to leave me alone, and I'd be wanting to watch the game, man.
Again, that's why I said I'm gonna be. I'm gonna have everything set up. I think kickoff is what, 5 or 6 o'clock our time.
5:20. 5:20.
Yeah, yeah. So I got to make sure I have everything at the house already ready to go.
Yeah.
So I think my daughter's gonna make a few dollars off me by going to go pick up the wings. I'm gonna order the wings and they have send them to go pick them up. And then, because matter of fact, it's crazy. I have something at the gym that earlier that day, 1 to 3.
Right.
So I'm probably wind up going. I'm gonna deal with that deal.
And you're
So
cutting it too close for me.
no, man. Well, that's just it. Now I think about it, I just didn't want to go pick up wings at 3 o'clock to have them ready for 5. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
wanted to kind of, you have your wings pop in around. If the game starts at 5, you said 5. What did you say? 5:30?
5:20. Yeah. But
Okay, 5:20.
I
You
know
want your wings kind of either robbing around right there or a little bit after, maybe no later than what, 5:45, 6 o'clock. You know what I'm saying?
I know I'm preaching to the choir, but if you're going to order wings from anywhere, make sure you find out their policy on Super Bowl Sunday and how long ahead you have to order them. Some
That's what I'm
places,
saying.
some places might ask you to order them the day before or something like that. So that way
I'm
you
going to Pluckers.
don't end up on the they'll be ready in 4 hours list. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, that's why we're going to Pluckers, and I'm going to make sure I get in there early. As far as getting the order in, rather, and then but I wanted to be ready around. That's why I said I don't want to be ready at 2 or 3 when I'm leaving the gym because that gives me an hour and a half to let them get soggy. I don't want soggy wings.
Right.
So that's why I said I want them getting there. I want them getting to the house. So I'll probably send one of my daughters to go pick them up and get them to the house at probably about 5:30. Be perfect.
Yeah.
Pizza's gonna get there around that same time. So kickoff has started. I'll be eating a few veggie sticks already. So I'm gonna do a homemade veggie stick. So yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Sounds like a home run right there.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Well, hey, look, man, we're gonna wind it up, and we got games tonight that we'll be both trying to go see, and then Saturday and then we'll be back at this again to see how many games we were right or wrong about.
And then by the time we have our next show, the playoffs will be set.
Yes,
By
yes, yes,
the next
yes,
Wednesday playoffs will be set by then.
yes. They will Wednesday. Well, no, because Wednesday will be the last day, so
Really?
you might have a.
I thought Tuesday was.
No, I think. Remember, if I'm correct, District 20 was 27, 28. They play on Wednesdays and Saturdays.
That's
So
right.
I
That's
think,
right.
if I'm correct, today's the 5th, right?
That's right. Yeah, that's right. So I think District 28 will be settled, but District 27 won't be. It doesn't.
Yeah. So next week,
Right.
next Wednesday's the 12th.
Next
Then
next
the
Wednesday.
12th, yeah, you still got Harlan and Soto, so they might be battling for first. They might be battling for a second place slot.
Yeah.
Then you got Johnson and Clark, where Clark might be trying to still get into make sure they solidify their slot.
Yeah.
You got Antonian and Central Catholic.
Yeah.
That might wind up being a good game. And
Yeah.
then you got then that's yeah.
Brandeis too.
All right, hold on. You said you got Reagan and Brandeis next week? Next 12? Let's see here real quick. Let me pull that up. I apologize. I was looking at the games that I had locked as favorites. Yeah, Connor's gonna be good. They play Taft. What we got? Yeah, Reagan and Brandeis, Madison and Roosevelt. So Madison might mess around and sneak in there.
They might. They might.
They made the playoffs last. Did they make the playoffs last year? I want to say they made the playoffs last year. I want to think. Did they? Or they missed it? No, they missed it last year. I think they missed it last year.
Right.
And then you got yeah. So that's gonna be good. I said I was gonna try to make the Stevens that day. I was gonna try to make the Stevens and Marshall game. I got two guys that's playing. I want to see both of those guys play their last game of the year. So yeah, that's good stuff.
It's gonna be a good week here.
Oh yeah, very much so. Very much going to next week, and then playoff basketball starts, and then believe it or not, that's when AAU starts for a lot of people too. The 15th that weekend, 15th, 16th. So it'll be good to see. It'll be good to see. Exciting.
Yeah.
Exciting new year, man. Yeah, exciting new year. So I can't wait.
Me neither.
But hey, once again, thank you. I appreciate everything you do. Want to go ahead and let's give your final thoughts so we get out of here.
Thank you for the platform. This is great. To say that we're wrapping up our the first high school basketball season with us all being on this show together. It's been an honor and a pleasure to discuss everything with you guys and to just be a part of this. And we've pounded a lot of these other final thoughts into the ground over the last several months. So that's my final thought, man. This is appreciative of being a part of this with you guys, and grateful for the friendship, and just knowing that you got some guys that that we can talk ball with, man.
Okay.
That's my there.
Hey, well, as always, it's greatly appreciated and greatly we give it right back to you. Again, I appreciate you coming on and just wanting to be part and helping us out in every way you help us out. So again, man, I think it's a great panel. And moving forward, I'm excited about not just this playoff run, but this AAU season I'm excited about. And then getting ready to gear up to next season. So we go to year 2.
Yeah.
So yeah, man.
I'm looking forward to collaborating with you too in the AAU season, in the travel season.
Yeah, man, because I think you're doing prep hoops, aren't you?
Yeah, we're doing prep hoops.
Pro Skills is doing prep hoops also.
We're doing a mixture of prep hoops, Gasso, Alamo City. Yeah, we're doing everything. I'm
gonna look into this recruit look deal. I really am. They're supposed to be having some real good events out there, so I got to do a little bit more research on them. But again, man, I'm being told that those guys do a really good job. So do some more homework on those guys. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that they've got an event in Dallas
Yes, they do.
the weekend of May 3rd. So
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm
So
gonna check it out. You say he's gonna have a lot of coaches there, so we're gonna see. We're gonna see. But real quick, my final thoughts. Just wanted to thank everybody again, man. You know, without the audience and the parents, the kids, the coaches, uh, you and Mike, Chad Foster, none of this is possible. So I want to say thank you. And also congratulate all of the district winners that have already been crowned. The Jaguars, congratulations. Wagner last night, congratulations. John Jay, congratulations. And we look forward to covering you guys too in the road towards the Alamo Dome. Having the two system D1, D2, big school, small school, in the basketball setting is interesting and fun because they did take a game out. So there'll be one less game going to the Alamo Dome this year. And this format is new. So with that being new, it gives us the opportunity to see how it's going to kind of have the playing field for, moving forward. So I'm just excited about it. Congratulate everybody. And just say, excuse me, cannot wait to next week to kick off and crown all of the winners. And then accolades to all the coaches who hit, milestones. Coach Rodney Clark, 300 wins. Coach Rudy Bernal, 850 wins. And then anybody else who hit any milestones. Again, let us know who you are so we can make sure we give you your flowers. All the players that hit 1,500 points, 1,000 points, 2,000 points, 3,000 if anybody did that milestone. So again, congratulations to you. Coaches, if you would like us to help recognize those guys, again, let me know. Let us know. Give us, reach out to us. We definitely have no problems with coming to the games and making sure we share those accolades. Again, just thank you again. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share, and follow. Rich?
man, and that doesn't none of those things that you just said cost a dime, right? None of them.
Correct.
It doesn't cost you a dime to like, share, subscribe, nothing. We don't. It's all free. You know what else is free? You know what else doesn't cost a dime? Being kind to one another. So everybody, hey, be kind to one another. Have some compassion for one another. Love each other. Doesn't cost a dime.
Thanks again, bro.
All right.